Some people only feel powerful when they can make you react. They do not always need to win the argument. Sometimes they only need to see you panic, explain, defend yourself, or lose your calm, because once they control your reaction, they feel like they still have control over you. And the strange part is, you may not notice it at first. You just feel this pressure inside your chest, like you need to fix the moment before it gets worse. You start thinking of the perfect sentence, the perfect explanation, the perfect way to make them finally understand you. But a manipulator is not always looking for understanding. Sometimes they are looking for access to your guilt, access to your fear, access to the part of you that cannot relax until everything feels okay again. And when they find that part, they learn exactly where to press. That is why silence can feel so powerful and so uncomfortable, because when you stop reacting, you stop giving them the response they were waiting for. When someone twists your words, your first instinct may be to correct them. When they blame you for something they caused, you may feel desperate to defend yourself. And when they act calm while you are hurt, you may feel like you need to prove that you are not the problem. But this is where the trap begins. The more you explain from pain, the more material they have. They can take one sentence and turn it against you. They can ignore the truth and focus on your tone. They can make your reaction look bigger than what they did to cause it. That is how control hides inside conflict. It does not always look loud. Sometimes it looks quiet, cold, and confusing. A small accusation, a sudden change in mood, a comment that makes you question yourself, and before you know it, you are no longer asking, "Was that wrong?" You are asking, "How do I make them stop being upset with me?" The silent method is not about pretending you do not care. It is about not handing your emotions to someone who keeps using them as a weapon. It is the pause before you defend yourself, the breath before you answer. It is the choice to let a false accusation sit in the air without rushing to clean it up, because not every version of you deserves a response, and not every person who misunderstands you is trying to understand you. Some people create chaos, then wait for you to become emotional inside it. Then they point at your emotion and say, "See, this is the real problem." But when you stay calm, the pattern becomes harder to hide. There is no storm for them to disappear into. And that is when you see what was really happening. A healthy person may not love your silence, but they will respect your need to pause. They may ask, they may listen, they may come back when both of you are calmer. But a manipulative person often gets angry when you stop reacting, because your reaction was the thing they were trying to control. When that reaction is gone, they have to face the silence, and silence does not give them much to twist. This is difficult to break because the habit usually starts long before that person. Maybe you learned that silence made people leave. Maybe you learned that love meant explaining yourself until someone softened. Maybe you became the kind of person who tries to keep peace, even when peace is costing you your self-respect. So when you stop reacting, it can feel wrong at first. Your mind may tell you that you are being rude. Your body may tell you that danger is coming. A part of you may want to run back into the old pattern just to make the tension end faster. But tension ending is not the same as being safe. Sometimes the calmest thing you can do is nothing. Not because you are weak, not because you have no words, but because you finally understand that your energy is not something everyone deserves to touch. And over time, silence teaches you something. You do not have to attend every argument you are invited to. You do not have to explain your heart to someone who benefits from misunderstanding it. You do not have to prove your pain to someone who already knows where they place the knife. The moment you stop reacting, you stop giving the pattern its food. And maybe that is the quietest kind of strength. Not winning the fight, not proving them wrong, just standing there, calm enough to realize that some people lose control the moment you stop giving them yours.